you know, it's a scary proposition to think about owning or opening a business, especially from scratch. I was 27 at the time, so I didn't have the money to do something like that right out of the gate. But Julie Johnson has been my loan officer, and I don't know, I treat her kind of almost as my personal banker. That's not really her job, but she steps out and is more than willing to help me with anything I need.
I think living in this community and being a part of the community, I think when a small business approaches you, you already have a sense that, yeah, this is a need for our community. So when Justin brings the idea, my first thought is, this is great. Like, we need this in our community. That's the first step. The second step is, well, wait, how are we going to do this? Let's look at the numbers. Let's look how this is going to be a success for you, because I want the new business to be successful.
She doesn't just think about the business, but she thinks about myself and my wife, and she knows that I have 2 little boys, and it's a personal relationship that anybody that says that their banker's opinion doesn't matter, I think is kind of fooling you.
Collateral and credit is great, but you also have to know that the person behind that business is someone that is going to succeed and that people in the community are going to embrace. Where at a bigger bank, what they might do is be sending that decision to Milwaukee, sending that decision elsewhere, and they really are just looking at, nope, is that going to make it or not? So there's character that comes into play, and when you're making that decision, character is huge.
She approached me one day and she said, I have an idea for a new business in Evansville, and I would like you to be my partner. And that's where it started. And she said, it's a frozen yogurt shop. I said, I'll look at it. And I came back thinking, I love the business model. I think it's really smart. And I think it's something that is good for the community. I communicated to my partner Jan that I felt strongly about UB&T. So when we called Julie and I said, I got another idea, she said, well, bring it in, lay it out, let's see what you got, you know. And not only are they there for you financially, but they're there for you on a personal level. They're there for advice along the way, and that is really what sets them apart, I think, is that personal connection that you really only feel like you can get sometimes in a small town, but then you get all the services and the amenities of a larger bank, and what more can you ask for?